In this video, I will be discussing the conventions of regional listings magazines. Throughout this analysis, I will be looking at Toast and Exposed, both of which are slightly more conventional, and Now Then, which breaks or adapts many of these conventions. Firstly, all three have mastheads in sans serif fonts. Toast and Exposed have theirs in the top left-hand corner and spanning across the top of the page. Now Then defies this convention completely by having theirs much smaller at the bottom right-hand corner of the page. None of the mastheads have any kind of background, so I assume that this is conventional for them to not have one. Furthermore, only Now Then has a masthead with any regional language in it. As such, Now Then is quite closely linked to Sheffield in a way that the others are not. In Toast and Exposed, it seems that the masthead and the cover lines are the most prominent. In Now Then, however, the focus is placed squarely on the artwork. All three covers feature two people in the picture, however, there are some key differences between them. Firstly, Now Then has bright, modern and abstract artwork on the cover, and this sets them apart significantly from the other two as they just have photographs. The art is slightly reminiscent of graffiti and street art. As such, it links quite closely to the regional identity of its audience, as places like Sheffield and Rotherham are full of graffiti, whether it's supposed to be there or not. Exposed has probably got the most conventional photography, as it contains a medium long shot of two men who are being represented as the audience's ideal self or partner, and as male role models. They are made to look powerful and masculine through the use of a low-angle shot. One is not even looking at the camera. Toast shows two women who are also being presented as the reader's ideal self or partner, but are female role models. These women are also made to look attractive, making them appeal to the male gaze. This picture also has quite muted or subdued colours. This use of soft, warm colours in conjunction with the sunglasses evokes the feeling of a warm summer's day. However, this image is slightly unconventional, as one of the models is out of focus and has become the background of the shot. Finally, cover lines on these magazines are either scarce or non-existent. Both Toast and Exposed have very few cover lines compared to most other magazine genres. Now Then doesn't have any. As such, I assume that this minimalism is very conventional for regional listings magazines in particular. Toast and Exposed both have large, bold display fonts at the top of their contents page, marking it as such. Now Then differs again, as it simply has a slightly larger version of the sans serif font that is used on the rest of the page. It does not even feature the word contents. Toast and Exposed both separate their contents into separate lists of features and regulars, with the features often being given a description. Now Then, however, does not do this, choosing instead to have just the one list. As such, I assume that this is conventional to keep the two separate, but I could possibly break that convention should I decide to do so. Now Then is also unconventional in the art on the page. Yet again, it features graffiti-style art in a very vivid colour. Furthermore, the contents page of this magazine also just features the one picture. On the other hand, Toast and Exposed both use several images. Each one is marked with a number, anchoring it to a particular story. Their images are all photographs featuring cool-looking and attractive models. The only image in which the models are not presented as cool, attractive role models is the top right image of Toast magazine on the far left. On that picture, it could be argued that she is made to look overly promiscuous to the point of obscenity. This could be because the feature that has been anchored to that image is about avoiding bad student etiquette. Unlike the other pages, the advertisements of these magazines vary immensely. The one on the left, which is from Toast, is about student discounts on a night out. As such, it uses a very bold sans serif font in very bright colours in order to attract attention and make it look exciting. The only images are very small and inconsequential compared to the writing and the bright orange colour, which are the main focus of the ad. Similarly, the second ad, which is from Now Then, places similar emphasis on text. However, this one has no images at all. The ad has far more muted colour scheme of oranges, browns and blacks. Unlike Toast, This ad's main body of writing is in a serif font, making it look a little less modern and exciting. Finally, the advertisement on the far right is from Exposed. This has a very minimal style, choosing to have little more than the name and address of the restaurant and a slogan. The majority of the text is written in a serif font. Unlike the others, the minimal nature of this ad makes the photograph very prominent. Even then, the picture is very plain, featuring white as the main colour. The appeal of this photograph is the artful arrangement of the food, bowls and napkin. These vast differences indicate that depending on the subject of the ad, magazine advertisements can vary substantially. As such, I will have to find one that is similar in nature to the ones that I wish to make and use the conventions of that specific kind.